95.7 The Hog, it's the Homegrown Happy Hour, and we are here. That's Guy, I am Riggs. It's Riggs and Guy's Brew Review with Vinny from SR Parade.
What's going on, guys? How are you doing, huh?
Hey, Vinny, guess what?
What?
I heard you say we have a big storm arriving. So
Yeah, we do.
get ready for it.
Big storm coming.
It's here. And seek shelter because we got a special guest that knows all about the storm.
Yeah, we do. We have a special guest, Tracy from Big Storm.
Big
How y'all doing?
storm! Hi, Tracy.
Let's drink some beer.
Welcome, brother.
I see. He wants to get right into it. My man.
Don't even fight that. Let's just go with it.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Which one are we trying first?
If you guys can't tell, we've got quite a few beers that we're trying here.
Well, I
So
brought the whole lineup from Big
Absolutely.
Storm and Fat Point. And Fat Point's going to be one of our beers that hopefully we get over here in the next year or so. But it comes out of Punta Gorda, hence the name Fat Point. So we're gonna start off with a session lager, which is going to be kind of a nice light, almost
Thank you, sir.
almost in that light beer range to where anybody can drink it. You
All
can
right.
get your non-beer drinkers that drink, regular stuff to drink this.
By the way, this is a brew review record. We have never had this many offerings and samples and different kinds of beer to try. So thank you, first of all.
That is
And
very
then
tasty. Yeah.
you may have to apologize later, but right now it's all good.
Yeah, there is 11 16-ounce cans of beer here and one big bottle.
So we're talking in cursive at the end. That's okay.
It's all right. It's all
So,
good.
I like that, talking in
Subtitles.
cursive.
in cursive.
Nice.
So, Tracy, the Fat Point is a brewery that you guys acquired, correct?
Right, we acquired half of it. The gentleman came. Well, he lived in Florida. He moved to California. He was brewing in his garage. He come back with some really good recipes. Decided to open a brewery. I think he was having trouble getting traction as far as distribution, and of course, we knew how to do distribution. So we come in and said, "Let's do this." And now we're getting them distributed there. As far as Orlando right now, hopefully we can get them over to the East Coast. Within the next year or so. He's got really good stuff. I call all of his beer weird beer. Nothing is normal. He doesn't do, everybody does a session IPA.
Right.
Nobody does a session lager.
Yeah, session
You
lager
know,
was something I haven't heard of.
Right. But I mean, on the golf course, I think it's crushable. It's
Yeah.
not killer on alcohol. You can drink, 3 or 4 of the big boys and still play a decent golf game or like my normal golf game.
Sure, yeah.
So,
Parking lot.
Quick question on that. Do they still brew at the Fat Point Brewery? Or
So
they?
yeah, we
Okay.
still brew it at Fat Point. We do a little bit of it in the stuff that we need to brew a lot of, like the Ryeght IPA. We do some of that. We help some of that over at the Clearwater Brewery. But yeah, he totally brews out of that place, and we ship out of there.
That's
So,
awesome. That's awesome. And you guys are located,
We got
Big Storm, you have 2, correct?
3.
3 now.
Yeah, we started in Odessa, which is Pasco County, and then we have a tap room which is our main brewery, is in Pinellas, Clearwater, on 49th Street, and then we just opened one in Cape Coral, which I've never been to. So
Okay, awesome.
it's brand new.
Nice.
So
Break that thing in.
So you
Break it down.
guys are growing nicely then.
Yes.
we
Yep.
just opened an ice creamery.
Really?
Yeah, we got our own ice. We do our own coffee now. We keg up coffee and send it out to tap it. It's
Jeez.
yeah.
They do a little bit of everything down there. That's how it
The
goes,
right
right?
thing.
You got to do to survive.
Well, that's done right for sure. That is. I can
Absolutely.
see, like you said, that is a crushable law. That could last you a while.
Oh yeah.
This next one's actually my favorite. It's Tropic Pressure by Big Storm.
Okay.
And I'm going to let him tell a little bit about it, but this is one of my favorites. It's one I brought in on draft to sell through here and get going. It's a great beer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a total beach beer too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's our golf course beer. It's a cinnamon ale that's brewed with hibiscus. So all that's going to sound really weird. Like this is going to be like an apple pie or something. But
All right.
honestly, you can barely tell there's cinnamon in it. It helps bitter the beer instead of like overloading it with hops. It's got a good hibiscus note on the nose, but not so much in the flavor.
Oh wow, you can smell it right off
Oh
the top.
yeah. And it's lower on the alcohol range, 4.4. So same thing. You can drink 3 or 4 of these, and it's not going to make you really crazy.
Yeah.
It smells good, yeah.
It's
Oh, it does.
really good. Wow.
And this is also a transitional beer. Another one of those you take your light beer drinkers that drink the macro stuff and say, hey, why don't you try this?
Right.
And
Oh,
most
wow.
of them are like, I can do that.
Yeah.
And so now you've turned a macro guy into a craft guy, even if it's just for one beer.
Now, what's the difference between macro and crap?
macro or your bigger breweries like
Yeah.
Miller, Coors, Bud, those kind of guys. To be a craft brewery, you have to be under 6 million barrels a year. More than 25% of your business can't be owned by one of the big boys. And there's certain ingredients you're allowed to use in it. You couldn't add any adjuncts until last year when they considered corn an adjunct that you can add. Adjuncts are different things like rice, corn, that kind of stuff that you add to the beer to speed up the process. But they found out American lagers pre-prohibition were using corn, so they allowed that in the system. So that's the difference between a craft brewery and a macro brewery.
All right, next question. Can I have that can so I can pour myself a little more?
The Tropic Pressure?
Yes, please.
No, sir, that's my favorite. You can't have it.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, territorial can.
I drank it too fast.
I like it.
That is a great beer, very sessionable.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what I was tasting, that's all.
Absolutely.
Well, double check.
Like Tracy said, this is a great beach beer.
Yeah.
And the cool part about these guys is they're all 16-ounce 4-packs.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about, having a 6-pack in there, going back twice. You have the 1 16-ounce, you go out there, enjoy, and use it. So
I can see why it's your favorite. That is phenomenal right there.
it is a great beer.
I also forgot to bring some of the swag and stuff, because most people remember back in the day we called beer koozies were beer titties, right?
You're right.
So we have big titties because they fit our 16-ounce cans.
We got to have those.
Right.
I like this guy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Yeah, 2 is not enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really good though, and it makes me want to be a meteorologist
Yeah, there
after
you go.
drinking that.
Yeah, you want to track that big storm, don't you?
You didn't bring any stickers or anything?
My whole box of swag came in yesterday that I just ordered, and it's on my dining room table. I forgot.
I will bring you a sticker for Big Storm.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
You see what we do here.
All right.
So the next one we have, because we have quite a few, we got to move along.
beer counter. There's number 3.
Number 3 is
Key
the
lime.
Key Lime Shandy.
Oh.
What a pretty
Yes,
can.
please.
It's our summer offering. It was, you get. Everybody knows what a Leinenkugels is,
Right.
and that's the Shandy made them famous. But this one it's a Florida Shandy. It's not made with a lemonade, which and it doesn't taste like
Oh
lemonade.
man.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It actually kind of tastes like a beer. Everybody thinks when they first see it, this is going to be all sweet. It's not really.
No. It's almost a sour at that point.
We actually drop vanilla vodka in it and do bombs.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Key lime bombs.
Key Lime bombs.
That
I
would
like
contrast that. tart.
We need
I
to
like
hang
that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do is we need to take all this Key Lime, go to Copper Bottom, and drop some of his vodka in there and start
Oh wow. Can
taking
you
it
imagine
out.
That? Yeah. That's a beautiful sharing.
But you can get that. You can feel the beer on the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
You get that little yeasty on the
Yeah.
back. You get that tart in the front. That yeasty
Really
on the
nice
back.
it's the Key Lime tart too. It's not a fake Key Lime. It's a real Key Lime tart
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you're getting on that beer. So it's real nice. Unfortunately, I missed the ordering window on this. My fault. So we didn't get any in the market here. But next year we'll make sure we get some of that in the market.
Absolutely. And if you're a pie fan, get into this too. Chase
Absolutely.
it down. Yeah.
Cool news. I just found out we're definitely going to be participating in the Turkey Rod Hoods and Hops Beer Fest, which
Excellent.
it's going to be the day after or the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's huge. We had it last year. We're going to do it again this year. We just got the confirmation on it.
Okay.
We're also going to be doing a beer fest September 22nd, Riverside, over at the Copper Bottom facility.
Okay.
And we're going to have all the locals. So Big Storm will be there and a bunch of local guys that we had. Both of these are going to be run for charity. So make sure you guys come out. And I'll talk about them every Friday so we know that it's coming and as we're coming up. But we're pretty excited about these.
Can't wait to get to that thing. Copper Bottom's going to be the place to be on the 22nd.
On the 22nd of September,
Be
absolutely.
ready. All right.
So the next one we're going to be doing
Beer
is
4.
named after me when I jump in a pool. It's called Wavemaker.
Oh.
Actually, that
All
would
right.
be Title Pool if it was
Yeah.
me jumping in, but we're all good.
Could have a subtitle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this beer is what they started the brewery with. Basically,
Yeah.
it's their flagship beer.
Okay.
It's got a really good amber flavor. If I'm remembering correctly, the way Bishop, the founder, talks about his growing up in the beer industry, he spent a lot of time USF is right across the street from Yuengling. And so he would go over there, get bored, go over there and just do the tour and just do the tour and just do the tour to the point to where one day the lady who was doing the tour said, I need to use the bathroom. You're here every day. Could you take over for me? So he's like, sure. So he takes them around.
He's
and
a tour
shows
stalker.
Them, yeah, he shows them around and eventually went in there and worked for him for a little bit and then decided to go to college in Munich and learn how to really brew beer, and come back, and he loved. I guess he loved the amber color of Yuengling's beer, and decided that he wanted to try something like that. So
I can see that, but it definitely has it. To me, it has a lot more flavor. Than that.
It's totally different. It's not the
a lot
same
bolder.
beer.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting a little chocolate.
Well, I think maybe after that key lime, it might have done that.
It might have pulled. That's what I'm thinking too, because I get a little smoke, but there isn't any in there. I think it's just from the key lime.
Yeah.
But it's really good, really nice and clean.
Oh man! So that's the first. That was the launch, right?
Yep, that was their flagship.
Yeah, and we probably sell more cans of that still.
Really?
Than any of the others. And I think that we have a outside interest trying to get us to ship to different areas of the country, but I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't know. Are we going to do it?
Are you going to do it or you're not going to do it?
Right.
What we're going to do is we're going to give them a few more of these beers, and we're going to find out some other secrets too.
Oh,
so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. Tracy unveiled. That's good.
Behind the scenes with Tracy.
I like that. That's good.
So the
Okay.
next one is going to be another Fat Point.
Number
and this
5.
is the Big Boca.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a Florida common. I mean, are you y'all have heard of Anchorstein, which is basically a California common?
Yeah.
So basically, what a common is a pilsner.
Okay.
It's been brewed as a pilsner and has been malted with different malts to turn it more sweet. Because most pilsners are extremely, I call them extremely bitter. Not bitter like an IPA bitter, but more of a almost an ESB bitter. But this takes all the bitter out. So you take this, and we sell a lot of this at restaurants because it goes really good with foods. Plus, your seafood restaurants really like the tap handle with a big ass fish on it. So.
I've been to Boca. Mm-hmm. I don't know what taste I would have expected from Boca, but this is better than that.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking maybe, what is it, baby powder and diaper? Is what I was thinking.
Yeah, it was like a 72-year-old dude named Sal who just got done playing tennis.
Yeah.
Right.
And then,
Don't do that
this is
again.
way better than
This is definitely a beer I could drink out on the water while fishing.
Oh, totally.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's 5.3% on the alcohol range, so it's not same thing. It's not going to destroy you.
Yeah.
That's my first time trying that one, too. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice and clean.
I like it.
So you call it a Florida Common.
Yeah,
I like that.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't. I think of again. It makes me think of the. It makes me think of the common area in my college dorm, which again did not taste like this.
It didn't?
Not at all.
I don't even want to know what that tastes like.
Yeah, I can't.
No.
You had to censor it.
I was going to say, yeah, absolutely.
but this is way better. So it's all of the things that these flavors are conjuring up are much better.
I noticed it had a big mouth bass on the front of it. Is that why they call it the Big
Should be a
Boca?
terrapin. Isn't that a terrapin? Or is that's not a bass, is it? I don't know. I'm from Arkansas. We have freshwater fish.
Do you guys have? I was going to say, do you guys have fish in Arkansas?
Yeah, right.
That's where the College World Championship is for bass
When
fishing.
I look at a map, there was no water at all. But I guess I got a bad map.
We don't have stop signs either.
I know.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I got lost in Arkansas once, and I'm a New York boy. That was interesting.
In fairness to Vinny, he is debuting a new hat in this episode.
Yeah, you
For
like
those
it,
of
huh?
you who can't see it,
Absolutely.
you have to go to the YouTube channel or 957thehog.com and follow the link so you can see the YouTube video of this because Vinny's got a new hat.
And you would understand why I wouldn't fit in Arkansas right now.
It could be cutting off circulation to his head.
I think so.
We should probably check.
Oh, did he? He had the Kingle style? All right.
Totally.
I'm just waiting for you to go extra.
Great. Now I'll hear about that all next week. Thank you.
Man.
All right. So we're actually halfway through. We're doing pretty good.
That's number 6.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, this is number 6.
All right.
So this one is actually, this is my favorite. I had it
the
last
best
year. Called Oats and Hose.
Okay.
Actually, HOSE, Oats and Hose. So I'm sure there's a story behind the name.
I honestly, he hasn't told me the story, but I'm pretty sure Step Brothers has a little bit to do with it. With the boats and
Okay.
hose.
Yep.
But I mean, it's really a good idea. You're brewing an oatmeal stout.
Yeah.
It goes through hoses to get to the cans, right? So when you taste this beer, if you like coffee, chocolate, oatmeal, it's like all kinds of flavor complexity.
Yeah.
If you have a red wine drinker at home and you want to turn them into a beer guy or a beer person, give them an opportunity to taste this because you'll find the complexity sometimes run the same as a red wine. And I actually get a lot of ladies coming into the store when we're sampling.
Yeah.
They'll leave with that. I'll get ladies to leave with that over Tropic. Perfect.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
you are in luck, sir,
Yeah.
because I am a big red wine drinker.
Well, then
Yeah.
you're going to enjoy
So
that.
And you're a lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Well, he has delicate lady
are we going there
sensibilities.
already?
And delicate lady hands.
Yeah. That's a full-size cup guy's drinking from right now.
I want to cuss so bad.
No, this is very, very light. But again, a ton of flavor and not too smoky to me.
Right.
But,
Well, that's because it's oatmeal as opposed to what do they normally burn to make a
The roasted malts. They usually take the malts
Yeah.
and they burn them to get that extra flavor, to get that caramelization of the malt.
yeah.
But that oat, when you add the oat in there, it kind of gives you that velvety mouthfeel, gives you a little better mouthfeel.
Right.
And also it gives you that better flavor on the back of it. So real nice and clean. And that's where you're getting those, you're able to get the chocolate out more
Yeah.
and the coffee out more.
Good.
really
So-
good with cigars?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
There's the pairing right there.
I was wondering, does it taste better with your pants on or off?
We had to edit that. But no, that's wow. That is surprisingly flavorful and light. I like it.
And that one is 6.5%, so it starts stepping up now.
Oh, we'll give you more.
So
Wait, I gotta go.
seriously, being a stout guy, do you enjoy that one, Guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
That is
awesome.
one that I would. I definitely wouldn't slam that one. That would be a nice. I want to enjoy the hell out of this, so I would sip it.
You wouldn't chugger this one, unchugger?
No, absolutely not.
Well, he'd chugger anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be the first. for
If
sure.
I was dared to, I would. But
Yeah. Well, we're not going to do that.
It would be
no, I
number
want to
6.
enjoy that one.
Absolutely. And this is one of my favorites from them too. I had it last year.
Yeah?
Real nice, real good, real clean. The Oats and Hose, I'm sorry.
Okay.
The next one we have is actually the Oktoberfest.
Correct.
So this is their version. Is it a true Marzen?
True.
Okay. Or is it like, it's not like a Pilsner?
It's
just a
done.
Marzen?
It's
Okay.
done exactly to the purity laws.
Okay.
It
I'm
was
going to
also
switch
the
up the
winner-
cups here.
Yeah,
It also won the
what I was
gold
thinking.
medal for the best beer in Florida in 2016.
Really?
Oh, really?
So it's pretty
wow.
solid beer.
Okay. So best beer in
Okay.
Florida, 2016.
Yep.
Nice.
It's going to be nice, sweet, malty, like a true lager should be. I mean, and a Marzen typically should be a lager.
So
And
the name Marzen comes from when they used to brew the beer in March. The Oktoberfest was actually a wedding party. It started out as, and then they of course expanded to Oktoberfest. And was it 6 breweries that are allowed to pour there. And we had Hackashore, or not Hackashore. We had Hofbrau here last week.
Yes.
Which is one of the ones that can brew. But in Marzen, like I was saying last week, is they would brew the beer in March, and then they would lock or lager it away in caves until Oktoberfest, and they would pull it out, and then they would serve it. So a lager has to be fermented at a colder temperature, and the only way to get that would be to put it in a cave that has a constant temperature, like 60 degrees or whatever. You don't have to worry about it because they really didn't have the big facilities to keep things cold back then. And a lager yeast is actually a newer yeast in comparison to an ale. An ale has been around forever, where the lagers are a little bit newer. And I think they actually traced it back. I had read an article. You can check it out to see where they traced the lager yeast, were the first one they found to pull it out through. I don't remember exactly, but in the scheme of time, lager is fairly new versus the ale.
Okay. See, it's a good thing I didn't have that knowledge when I was a kid, or maybe if I was alive in the 1600s or something, because I would have gone into caves all the time to find beer, and then I would have got mauled by a bear.
You would have been
That would have
mauled.
been much worse.
Absolutely.
Same thing
Yeah.
we did at deer camp. You just wouldn't looked in the back of the pickup truck and get a Busch Light.
Exactly.
You're like 13.
Right.
Man, now that Arkansas, I'm telling you, see, that's the whole difference.
Yeah. We're
I'm
learning.
from-
We're learning a lot about
That was,
Arkansas.
that was
Yeah.
like at 4 a.m. too.
Yeah.
Right before you started hunting.
While you're pouring this, see, Vinny has a very good way of making fun of people, but then he comes in here and says, "Hey guys, don't make fun of me. Get it all out. Don't."
I just said it one time.
I've never heard Vinny
No,
make fun of people.
you can make fun of me all you want, and I haven't made fun of anybody.
You know I won't, because I'm polite, Vinny. I make fun of you when you're not here.
Oh, I like that kind. That's easy.
All right, so we're now just a month away from October, so this is very relevant.
So October, that's the whole miscommunication. Oktoberfest actually starts the end of September.
Ooh.
So that's what people don't realize. So
That is
Oktoberfest
tasty.
actually starts the end of September.
Ooh. There's
Look at you guys. I love those faces.
It's like the pop rocks
You know
of
what?
beer.
I'm going to be honest with you. To see these faces these guys just made, you have to go to the YouTube video.
Yes.
Because it's awesome.
That's
Both of them.
real. That is effervescent right there. Wow.
Yeah, that one, and it'll be out for about 2 months and gone.
Yeah.
So that's your traditional Oktoberfest. A lot of the
Okay.
guys are, believe it or not, are starting to change them up a little bit. Even the Germans.
Yeah.
They're going into lighter Pilsner type situations, but this is the traditional, original. I like this. This is what you want to do, and
Right.
this is what you want to roll with. So.
Well, I know I think we had Andy in a couple weeks ago, and we talked about how he said, people say they don't like pumpkin beers or those seasonal Halloweenish time beers.
Yeah.
And I generally don't. But this is if this was it,
Yeah.
you wouldn't need any more.
No, absolutely.
That's all you need.
Delicious.
Awesome.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I want to put on a Halloween costume right now.
And you can get that in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
We have
actually,
that in all kinds of
Oktoberfest
places.
just hit my warehouse. You
Oh,
are doing
really?
a tasting at ABC when?
No, I'm doing tasting Total Wine.
Total Wine.
Good,
Today,
Good.
starting at what time? 4?
4.
Okay.
Starting at 4, ending at 6.
7.
Free. There we go. I can't even get the times right. A free tasting at Total Wine. Make sure you get over there. Have some samples, and you
Yeah.
can meet Tracy and see what that deep voice looks like.
Yeah.
Because it's going to surprise you.
Yeah.
You're right.
It doesn't match.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
You're doing all the voice work on this show from now on, by the way.
absolutely. I'm
Awesome.
Tracy.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
That's 6.
Now we're getting into your category. And your category, we're getting into what one fella told me years ago. What's an IPA? It's an IPA. That's
Right.
what we're getting into.
Oh.
Okay?
Look
That
out.
one was brewed as originally as our IPA. It's now we're calling it a Southern Pale Ale, so it's a SPA, an SPA. So it's brewed. Well, the IBU ranges got really nuts. The 100 IBUs. This one's a 56.
Okay.
And it got.
considered an IPA.
It still could be
technically, yeah.
considered, but we started brewing some that are a little bit higher on the range, and most like a light IPA is 65.
Okay.
So, but this one you're going to get a really good hoppy start and a good fragrance, but you're going to get a little bit of honey in the back end.
Yeah. That's sweet on the back for sure.
Yeah. Man, with fried chicken, this right here is like the best beer on
this
America.
is my jam right here.
It wasn't fried chicken invented in Kentucky? But wait, you're Arkansas. Never mind.
It was a bit, but we learned we perfected it in Arkansas.
Did
So-
you? All right.
We fry better fried chicken at gas stations than restaurants do in Florida. I'm just saying.
They fry Razorback. Well, no, they celebrate Razorback. No, never mind. That's a whole SEC battle. We don't want to get into that yet.
Wait, next trip.
Yeah. This is outstanding though.
Like
and
that.
we're in the IPA zone, or as I call it, IP8, because it's our 8th brew.
Yep.
But this is very good.
IPA.
I see what you did there.
I can't see what he did. I got to put my glasses back
That's
on.
all right. Don't worry about
Socks
it.
on a rooster.
I like this guy.
Yeah, I know.
He brings the most beer and he's busting your
I'm
balls.
telling you, he's gonna get a stipend for doing voice work. For us. No,
So
this
what do you
is-
guys think of this Arcus, right?
Yes.
That is
So-
like something I've never tasted before, and I like
Tell
it.
me
Yeah.
that I can get it elsewhere.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can. This is actually available at Total Wine, ABC's, local, your local guys, Target. You just
Target.
went into Target.
Winn-Dixie.
He strolled on in, grabbed a hold of the manager, said, put this on.
Really?
No, he didn't. He talked politely to the manager, and
Sure.
the manager put it on. And then Winn-Dixie has it now as well, so you're going to be able to get it at all those places.
That's great
Yep,
news.
pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We've had Big Storm for about a year and a half. We had a rep. They had some changes. They were through the whole state, decided to kind of shrink back down, reevaluate everything, and then
Yeah.
redo. Actually, I know you said there's a tie-in with Yingling, and Yingling did that years and years ago for the whole
Right.
state. So they did the same thing.
Okay.
Decided to come back in. When they came back in, they came with us. They approached us and said, hey, we want to go with you. They finally hired Tracy on
April.
Yeah.
So Tracy's come out. We met him. He's used to me now. He actually rode with Krista a few times too.
Yeah.
So we're good to go. But you're going to see a lot more presence of the Big Storm out here, and Tracy out there doing sampling
Great.
and tastings. It actually is a really good brewery out of Clearwater area. You guys are how old now?
6 years.
6 years old. So, and they moved that to open 3 facilities. So that means they're doing well. And and they didn't acquire a Fat Point. They helped them. They said, hey, we're going to do 50%. Come on in. Use
Right.
our distribution
Cool.
network. You continue to brew the beer. You continue to do everything else. Now we're partners and we're good. We're not going to overstep your bounds.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you what to do. So that's what I appreciate is when the smaller guys get together and work together versus the big guy taking over going, you're done. get out, and
Right.
let me do it. So it's awesome. So
Yeah.
hats off to you guys for doing that
Thanks.
and helping that guy survive. So good.
Well, speaking of appreciating things, I really appreciate you guys coming in because I used to be the normal guy that goes into the bar and wants the big name beers that have been around forever.
Right.
You guys are opening my eyes to new beers, and that's why we're doing this for you listeners.
no doubt.
And it's opened my eyes to new beers, and we're hoping it does the same thing to you. And you just drink local and drink craft beer. I mean, drink what you like, but give all these beers that we're talking about a try.
Give 'em a try.
It might change your mind, like
No
it's
doubt.
changed mine.
And that's 8 so far. Nothing similar.
No,
no two
nothing.
alike.
Nothing.
Snowflakes they are.
Snowflakes.
And you're about to go 9.
All right. So
I'm
number
anxious.
9.
All right, we
This
skipped
is
up.
their IPA now. I apologize. I forgot they changed that to a pale ale.
Okay.
This is their IPA. It's called Palm Bender.
Okay.
I guess the name comes from if you drink enough of them, you can bend a palm with your mind. So we're going to go ahead and pour this one, Tracy, if you want to talk about it.
It's a nice citrus, piney. I mean, it's got all the stuff it should have to be an IPA.
Okay.
But it's not. It's brewed for Florida. We try to brew all our beers to be drank in Florida because it's hot all the time. We get 3 days of winter,
Right.
You know. So, this beer, it's my favorite one. But
Right.
I'm a hophead.
Okay.
But it's only 70 IBUs. Now it is 7% alcohol, so we have now started getting full octane. It's just, to me, probably, I don't know. I would drink this IPA over most, and it doesn't even have anything to do with the fact that it's Big Storm. I mean, and I work for
thank
them.
you.
I would drink it without working.
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to be honest. I already know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
so I'm going to hand the can right over to Guy.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
we're gonna wrestle. Guy and I will oil wrestle for it. That's
I can already smell that it's going to taste
outstanding.
good.
You know, we have hop kits made. I'm waiting on mine still, but we get hop kits, and if I go do a beer class or teaching, or like at a Total Wine, and we do a beer education school or something, we'll bring in the hop sample so they can smell them. And when you smell the 3 hops that are in here in the bowl, and you smell it, it smells just like this beer tastes. It's ridiculous how close the actual ingredients are to the actual taste. It just with your nose. I mean, if you got a cold, don't go try new beers because you're not going to probably drink them.
Well, no, but the aroma on the front tells you that it might have more of a bite or a kick to it. It really doesn't. It's a lot smoother than you would expect.
Yeah,
especially at 7% too.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That's the dangerous thing. At 7%, it goes down pretty easy.
Yeah.
So you can probably knock back a few of them and not realize that now you're talking in cursive.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, this is for me.
We have a change in cup size over there.
Simple went up.
Well, no, that's just if the camera looks weird.
No, my hands got smaller. Actually, I have some nice steaks that are at home marinating, and I was wondering if I was going to let them marinate for 24 more hours.
Yeah.
And do it over the weekend. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. This now makes me want to go home, and I'm going to fire up that grill.
Yep.
Sorry, if the wife's listening. You're going to be eating cold steak because I'm
that's
cooking
okay.
as soon as I get home.
I hear you.
It's all right.
I'm coming over there.
Yeah, Jay, you're more than welcome to come
Yeah,
over.
I'm
This
coming.
is a phenomenal beer.
Yeah.
I'm on my way over too, man.
We're working on that. That one's not in market here yet.
Yep.
We're working on that.
Okay.
You can find it in other places, but it's pretty tasty.
Can I use one of my radio perks and bring a couple home?
We have to edit that part.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, good beer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, one of the other things about Big Storm, which before we pour this Fat Point, which we're done with all the Big Storm core beers, with the core beers. All right, so we actually brewed the official Tampa Bay Lightning beer. So we
Really?
are the official brewer for the Tampa Bay
Really?
Lightning.
Okay.
We are the official brewer for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We
Nice.
have the Rowdies beer is called Kick in the Grass. It
Okay.
has their label on it.
Yeah.
Last year we called it the Lightning Lager. We called Lightning 25 because of the 25th anniversary.
Okay.
And if they would have kept playing, we would have sold more.
Yeah.
But they decided not to play anymore.
Right.
You know how that went. But it's a good beer.
Yeah.
You know, maybe one day we sell it well in the Tampa Bay market, and I know we got Tampa Bay fans all over the state.
Sure.
So it's kind of one of those things. If we have a Tampa Bay bar and we can talk them into it,
Yeah.
that would be kind of cool to have Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay Lightning beer only in this one place.
Yeah.
Just one place.
No doubt.
You got to find that Tampa Bay
And it was
bar.
a
though.
lager,
Right.
you say? The
It's a
Lightning
lager.
was a lager. Yeah.
Yep. And
Okay.
it's good. We do
Yeah.
good lagers. Yeah. So,
Yeah, and the lagers are nice as you can taste in the Oktoberfest, and It was really good.
This one's going to be a weird. This is like I said, Fat Point likes to do weird beers.
Right.
So even the spelling on it's weird. It's called Right Angle IPA.
Okay.
It's made with rye as opposed to barley.
Oh, wow. They did get weird with the...
So the
letters.
rye, they still use barley,
Oh, yeah,
but they add the
Yeah.
rye. The rye is going to give you some pepper notes,
Okay.
and a little bit of a distinct flavor from that rye when
Yeah.
you taste it. So think about when you eat rye bread, you get a little bit of that, a little spiciness to it, a little pepper to it. That's what you're going to get here. And then of course the barley is going to kind of sweeten it out and kind of keep it going. So this is a style that's been around for a while,
Right.
but not a lot of people play with it because you have to get it just right to get a good flavor out of it.
And this is 90 IBUs on a 100 IBU scale.
All right.
So it's got a lot. You're going to think, oh my God, that's going to be really bitter, which is a good thing for me. But
That's like a magic trick. I turn around, there's a beer there.
But it's not going to be all that bitter, and a lot of it has to do with the rye. If you drink bourbon and then you drink rye whiskey, like if you drink the two different, you can tell the difference. It's the
Definitely
same
a
thing.
difference.
You can tell the difference
yeah.
from the rye.
Yep.
So another
Also,
really
if you
good
try that in
restaurant.
Scrabble, you will be shut out of the game. You
What?
cannot spell it that way.
Oh, you
Exactly.
can spell it
Yeah.
the rye RYEGHT.
Yeah,
That'd be a
yeah.
great word,
Yeah,
right?
you're not going to get any points for that.
No,
My iPad now accepts it because I have to type
good
it
to
in
know.
all the time.
100
man.
times. So now it finally goes, oh, it is a word.
Well, I accept this beer on behalf of the show. This is exceptional.
Well, I'm
And they're
sure
pretty-
these
Wow.
will go into your big cups again.
now is this another? Is this wide appeal?
No,
Wide,
the Fat Point's only down south. It's
Yeah.
not up here. It's their other brewery that they're working
Okay.
with. Yep,
All
it's
right.
only to Orlando.
Orlando.
All right. Yeah,
So, but
it's a short drive.
We wanted to bring a few of those in so that y'all could taste them and get an idea that of another brewery that's out there. Or you might have people from over here that's going over to the West Coast for the weekend,
Yeah,
to
for
hang
sure.
out, so they can look for that. It's all over the place there because they're on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we just want. We support our breweries.
Yeah.
So even if it's not here, it doesn't matter. We
That's
still
a
want
beer
them to
worth
talk about
driving
it.
for. I'll tell you that
Absolutely.
much for sure.
And honestly, if we get enough demand for it, maybe off of the radio or whatever,
Yeah.
I can go, hey, listen, Trace, we need to start bringing that in.
Well, I don't want to get all Smokey and the Bandit on you, but Guy does
good.
live over that direction. So, Guy, if you could just take these orders and import these beers, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we like it.
Everybody would-
All right, you got a monkey or something to drive with you, or? Oh wait, that's BJ and the Bear. Never mind.
I can call Steve.
All right, I'm going to hang on to that right there.
So
all right, we're down to the. Oh no, is it the last beer?
last beer.
Yeah.
So here's the deal on this beer. So usually when the reps come and meet me, because I have a reputation out there that I can
This
be
your
kind
first
of
time,
a pain in the hind end.
Yeah.
They try to bring me gifts. So first day I met Tracy, he's like, "I have a gift for you." I'm like, "What do you have?"
Yeah.
A Lie to Me Imperial Chocolate Cherry Stout from
Wow.
2018. So this is ageable, but I figured, you know what? We have Tracy, we have you guys, and who better to share a special beer with than my special beer
You know what?
friends?
Golf clap.
Right? Absolutely.
Golf clap for that one. That's a beautiful gesture.
As much as you make fun of me, Guy, I still
Really?
care for you enough to bring a beer in for you to try. So we're pretty excited about trying this. I haven't had this before.
I
I'm
haven't
already-
had it.
He hasn't had it either.
Okay.
So it's basically a chocolate cherry stout.
Yeah.
Right? Do we know the ABV on it?
It should be on the side of the bottle.
This is like a magic of
Oh,
beer
it's only
discovery.
It's only 10.1%.
Only.
So that's good.
No problem.
So
Notice
we're
how
good
we
with
walk
that.
the ladder with the
Mike,
alcohol
if you could
percentage.
adjust the lens to 10.1%. There we go.
Of what
All
you have.
There we go. Oh, boy.
There you
Okay,
go.
good.
So they
Now we're
have it
good.
caged and corked.
Oh, this one's corked,
Yep.
It's special.
Yep. They really
just like
tighten-
Vinny.
They really.
Now, now, someone called that beerus interference, but why is it so important to cage it up and?
Because if you get sometimes you get some yeast activity afterwards,
Yeah.
especially if they bottle condition it, and you can get some pressure built up in there. It's
Okay.
like champagne or some of your carbonated wines. You want to make sure that that's not going to go anywhere. I've actually had a corked bottle of a beer in my trunk that I was messing around, took the cage off,
Yeah.
and it went off.
Really?
It'll just pop and go.
That's
So-
happened before to me on a cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took the cage off of it, and my dumbass was looking at it, shot me, got me right here.
Right. Wow.
Had it got me right in the eye, I would probably lost my
You would
eye.
have lost an eye. I know we would have called you onesie or something. It would have been a whole different world.
It happened to me in college too.
Yeah, but that was a different shot.
Right, okay. Just thought I'd try that out, see how it goes. All right, this is good. Wow, this is exciting. This is,
So we're excited about this. This is a brewery release only, right?
Yeah, it's a one-off. You can only get it at the brewery. You can get the bottle.
Well, look how dark that is.
Actually, you can't get it at the brewery. I think we've already ran through this one also. This
Really?
Is actually,
Thank you, sir.
This is it.
this is like eating T-Rex.
You're
you can't find
seeing
one of those things
history.
anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, wow.
This is a Jurassic Park of the brew review
Exactly.
right here.
So the nice,
It does smell good.
there again, this beer is you can drink it fresh or you can put it away, up to 10, 15, 20 years and try it again.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. That's really
That is really.
Let me just get a...
I almost said a cuss word again.
So this is how
We can
much
give you subtitles.
this is how much I care about you guys. I opened up a special bottle.
Wow.
I think this is the second one I opened for you guys.
It is.
I did that Dogfish one a while back.
This is a brew review exclusive.
Well, all right, so like this one's 10% alcohol, right? Dunder and Blixen,
Oh, wow.
which is our winter ale, which was what comes in after Oktoberfest,
Yeah.
is our seasonal.
Okay.
It's right there in that range.
Is it?
Really?
What kind of beer is that?
It's a winter ale. It's going to have. I haven't tasted it yet.
Can I have winter spice? And
Yep, totally.
Everything nice?
Yep. It's
Nice.
and
there's a
it's
lot of
what's a winter
spice.
warmer, and even with that much alcohol,
Yeah.
it's going to be the same price as our normal
So,
beers.
do you guys
Really?
call it Donner and Blitzen because by the time you drink a 4-pack of it, you're blitzing?
You hear them on the roof and stuff.
Yeah, is that what it is? You see them out there.
You're seeing elves?
So guys, we made it through all those beers.
Wow.
Which is good. And I'm going to be honest with you, we had a plethora of beers. We had a whole wide variety. So just one brewery, 11 different distinctful beers that we brought here
Incredible.
to try.
Yeah.
That just shows you, times 7,000 breweries in America. That's how many different beers are out there.
Yeah.
You got to remember that, right?
Yeah.
So when you're out there, try a little bit. There's a lot of people that like food, right? They go out there and do food. Everybody's doing that apron thing where they send you the food in a box and you open it up and pretend to cook and get it all set, right? It's the
right.
same thing. You're
Yeah.
opening your palate up to different things. Open your palate, guys. Get out there and try a good beer. Get out there. Not that the other beers are bad,
Yeah.
but try something a little bit different.
Well, kudos to Big Storm, too,
Thank
for
you.
bringing the variety, because I know a lot of breweries would try to, would do what they do well. Maybe do a one-off here and there, and
Well, we
that's
do
it.
all of
You
them
look at
well.
this. This is just a sampling, right?
Right.
And if you go to the tap room,
Oh, it's totally different. We have an Imperial IPA on right now called I'm in the Woods, 10%. It's very good.
Ooh.
We have an Imperial Pilsner. We have a Havana Porter. We have the tap room's got probably 24 different beers going on.
Really?
Right now we're doing the category 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's
smart.
a really good Belgian.
That's your
series.
IPAs, right? Or
No,
that's your
Belgians.
Belgians.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah, so you got a Belgian, then you got the double Belgian, the triple.
All right, so
quad.
it's like a quad
and a
single,
Quinn.
but you call them category 1 instead of a single, category 2 instead of a double.
Right.
Love that.
That's
And-
awesome.
And then when we get to number 5, the Quinn, which not a whole lot of people brew a Quinn, you're talking 16% alcohol. So
Holy
if you do
crap.
the category 5 paddle,
yeah.
and you're only talking about 5-ounce pours, you need an Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
yeah. You're
and a
category
cot.
5 in it when you're done.
Oh, you're totally
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're talking in cursive,
wait,
for example.
yo, I smell a challenge.
I know. Wait, that sounds like a challenge.
Sounds like a
We'll go
challenge
to
to
the
Really?
me.
brewery. We'll go to the
Yeah.
We should rent a bus. Hey, let's get with our companies and rent a
Well,
bus.
the Lightning start their games soon. I mean, hockey season is about
Are they
ready
still-
to roll.
We could totally go to Emily Arena, go to the brewery and eat pregame,
Okay.
if you want to call it that. Tailgate,
Tracy, don't.
whatever.
You're teasing me. Don't start teasing me.
Oh man,
And then you might, we could get a little ice cream cone, jump on the bus, right over to the Emily Arena, watch the Lightning, drink the Lightning Lager. I think this would be a good idea.
Man.
you just put that in their head. Now I'm never going to hear the end of it until it
Okay.
happens.
No.
So thanks, I appreciate
Oh,
it,
no,
Tracy.
you got to pay your own way.
You know that bottle? All right, that's even better. All right, we'll get-
Well, speaking of paying your own way, are you in for the weekend?
What weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah.
What we doing?
Well, I just want to know if you wanted to go see Saliva, Puddle of Mud, and Tantric.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then the tickets are yours. They're going to be here this Sunday.
Yeah. You're in.
All right.
So we'll find you today, 4:00, Total Wine, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then you'll be back for September 22nd.
22nd, and then we have that big one after October, or the day after Halloween. I'm sorry, November. The Saturday after. And I know that Anne Marie from the meadery that we're working on your mead with,
Oh, yeah?
they're putting together a superhero bus trip where you're going to go on a bus full of beer. We're going actually to Orlando, up and around, and then some accounts up in Daytona area. So that's all for charity.
Really?
So that's going on. Those bus trips are very interesting. If you ever go on one of
nice.
our bus trips,
Yeah.
we usually go through about 10 cases of beer on the bus. It's a fun
Oh.
time. So we got
Challenge.
that coming up. I'll let you know when that's happening. And all these are for charity. So, guys, remember, anything I talk about, It's for charity. The breweries are helping us, and SR Parade is giving money and beer, and the breweries are giving beer, and we do a whole thing, and it all goes to a good cause, to a cause that we know the money's going to go to.
Awesome.
As usual, if you guys want to find out information about all of these beers we drank, you can go to bigstormbrewery.com or srparade.com.
That's right. Well, all right. After party? We still have a little bit of beer left.
We got a little bit of beer to work with, so why don't we cheers with the big boy at the
All
end?
right.
Here you go.
Tracy,
We've got it all
Vinny,
set.
let's do
guys,
it.
salute. Tracy, thank you
Salute.
for coming up
Thanks,
here.
guys.
Guys, thanks for busting my chops.
You got it.
And, Rick, thank you for being nice to me as usual. All right,
I'm
everybody.
always the good one.
Cheers. Cheers.